Yo, to get you to work with Leo. Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be talking about matchmaking the winners and losers of UFC 326. Let's get into the winners. Charles Oliveira defeated Max Holloway in a very one-sided 50-45 decision. I was originally gonna give him Conor McGregor because I do believe Conor McGregor has hinted, now that Michael Chandler is busy with Roofy, that he's going to take on the winner of Holloway and Oliveira. But I just don't think they would risk giving McGregor Charles Oliveira just so Charles Oliveira can wrestle fuck him for less rounds, because I do believe Charles would submit Conor on the ground. So I don't think they're going to risk Conor losing like that. So I think they're going to give it to Arman for the number one contender. Yes, this is a rematch. Obviously, Arman's defeated Charles by split decision at UFC 300, I believe. Charles deserves it. He's on a 2-fight win streak, 3-fight win streak, right? No, 2-fight because he got knocked out by Ilya. I don't think Charles deserves a title shot. Yes, he beat Max. Yes, he beat Gamrod, but Arman's deserves it. But since they're doing Ilya versus Gaethje, Arman needs a fight in the meantime, keep them both active. Winner of this fight gets the winner of the White House fight. I think it makes sense. Plus, Arman has said he wants to fight Charles again. Moving on to the co-main event. Caio Braulio versus Anthony Hernandez. I mean, Caio is shit. I don't think Caio is a good fighter. He gasses, his striking isn't too good, his grappling isn't good. He had to cheat against Rainer de Ritter. He grabbed the fence multiple times in the second and first to avoid getting taken down. And I don't think this gives him Dricus du Plessis. Yes, he called him out, but I think Dricus is going to fight Brendan Allen. And Anthony Hernandez is ranked higher than Caio. Anthony just got TKO'd by Sean Strickland, so he's going to fight down. Caio's fighting up. Perfect fight. And I think Anthony Hernandez would win this fight. So, moving on. Raul Rosas Jr. I don't like Raul Rosas Jr. I liked him at the beginning when he was 18 and he was making like Chihuahua but Jesus Christ, he's fucking boring. He has no striking defense. He only beats people that can't wrestle. That's why he destroyed Rob Font, but he couldn't even finish Rob Font. So I'm going to give him Davison Figueiredo. Win or lose, if he loses against Song Yadong. I made this match before that fight was made. So I'm going to keep it. If Davison Figueiredo loses to Song Yadong, give him Raul Rosas Jr. I believe Figgy, much better scrambling ability, much better grappling defense, much better offensive grappling. I think this is a perfect test for Raul. If Raul is able to beat Davison Figueiredo, he can get into that top 5. But I don't believe he would pass that test. The only one left. Drew Dober knocked out Michael Johnson. He's fighting up Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner is just outside of the rankings. Drew Dober is just outside the rankings. There's no reason why I picked Jalen Turner. I just picked him because I think he's a quality opponent. No, Drew Dober is hunting the black people, and I say we give him one of the people that I don't think he could beat. I think Jalen Turner would knock out Drew Dober. But let's test that theory. Let's test the meme. Drew Dober becomes 10 times the fighter once he fights an African American. So yeah. Drew Dober versus Jalen Turner. Yes, it's a meme. I don't know who else he would fight though, like genuinely. Like I don't want to give him a ranked opponent. I don't want to give him someone that's like just entering, so I don't know who he would fight, but I think Jalen Turner's a fun fight. Gregory RoboCop. I was gonna give him RDR, but two things I found out recently. RDR is moving up to light heavyweight. So I'm not gonna give him a matchmaking. I'm not gonna give RDR a match within the middleweight division because he is moving up. And they work at the same gym, or they work out at the same gym, so they're training partners. So they're not gonna fight. RoboCop deserves a massive step up in competition. He deserves someone ranked very high above him, and I believe that's Robert Whitaker. Not RDR, Gregory RoboCop, fucking phenomenal fighter. Robert Whitaker's on a skid. He's losing a lot of his fights recently. Just got finished by Hamzat, I believe that was his last fight. He's coming back relatively soon. RoboCop took no damage in that fight against Bruno. So I believe this is the match to make. Cody Garbrandt, I'm not even going to talk about this one. Fucking retire, Cody. You're terrible. I don't know. It's so like surreal to see the downfall of Cody Garbrandt to be one of the most entertaining aura-filled fighters to getting a fucking hand-me decision because of two nut shots. Dante Johnson versus Marc-Andre Barriaud. This was embarrassing to watch. I could not believe it. Dante Johnson couldn't finish Cody Brundage. He gassed out. He got held down. And it was just simply very sad to watch. His striking looked terrible, but he did get the win, so he deserves a step up. And I believe that step up is Marc-Andre. I think Marc-Andre beats Dante. I really do. And yeah, that's just all I got to say about that. Albert Montez versus Joe Anderson Brito. Brito is a fun fighter, but he can't really get any momentum. Every time he wins, he gets a wrestler, and then he just gets held down. Alberto has a great front choke. Just beat Ricky Tercios. Just a fun fight. Just give him it. He needs to step up. Obviously, he just submitted Ricky. Joe Anderson Brito is kind of just a fighter who will take any fight. So why not give him an up-and-coming star? If Brito wins, he gets closer to the rankings. If Alberto wins, that's a great name to have on your resume. Yeah, because Brito at some point beat Diego Lopez in the Contender Series, I believe. Nam Jar Tambural. Just give him fucking Tim Elliott. Nam had a really boring fight against Cody Durden, but that was mainly due to Cody Durden. Tim Elliott should not be in the rankings in 2026. Nam deserves a ranked opponent. Tim Elliott should not be in the rankings, so why not give them an opportunity? Plus, they're both wrestling specialists, so it would be a fun, grappling, heavy fight. And Nam could probably put hands on Tim Elliott on the feet, because Tim Elliott is terrible on the feet. So yeah, that's who I believe deserves that fight. Sumadarji versus Tagir Ulanbekov. This is a good fight. Both the two of the tallest flyweights. I don't know if Tagir is going to be in the flyweight division much longer, but he is in the rankings. Sumadarji's on a win streak. Destroyed Jesus Aguilar. Deserves a ranked opponent. This would be a fun striking fight. I don't think Tagir would really implement his wrestling. I think he would stand and bang with Sumadarji, and I think Sumadarji needs to be in the rankings because he is one of the most talented flyweights. Oh. Nurgazai. He's terrible. I don't like him. Give him Oslan. I don't want to talk about this fight. Just give him Oslan. Rodolfo Bellato. I could not believe Rodolfo got a win in 2026, dude. He always loses. He always gets some ridiculous stipulation behind the fight. Give him Baranovsky. Give him Iwan Baranovsky. Yes, Baranovsky's fighting next week. Or actually, I think he's fighting tomorrow. Is he fighting tomorrow or next week? I don't know. He has a fight booked against Austin Lane, I believe. He's going to win. I think Rodolfo is a step above Austin Lane. So I believe book this fight. I don't think you give Bellato too much of a step up. He did just knock out a Contender Series guy. But besides that, I think he has had a terrible career in the UFC. So I think give him I1. Winner of that progresses in their career. Losers. Again, another guy I was going to give Conor McGregor to. I was going to give Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor. But I believe Conor McGregor... I don't know who's going to fight. Honestly, I can't think of anyone. Conor McGregor's going to fight one of the two. But I think this is a great fight. I think Paddy Pimblett needs a... relatively speaking, step down in competition. He's going to fight much lower in the rankings. Max Holloway is coming off a loss. Paddy Pimblett is coming off a loss. The trash talk would be fun in this fight. Paddy Pimblett and Max Holloway have been kind of held apart in their career. This is a fight I've wanted to make. I was going to make this a long time ago before not Justin Gaethje, before, what was my, Max Holloway's last fight? No, it wasn't Max Holloway's. When Paddy Pimblett beat Michael Chandler, I wanted to book this fight, but it never happened. So I think this is a great time. We get to see if Max Holloway's defense on the ground is just terrible against Charles Oliveira, or if it's good enough to actually fend off Paddy Pimblett, and we get to test Paddy Pimblett's striking. RDR versus Jamal Hill. I think Jamal Hill is on a 2 or 3 fight. No, he is. He lost to Khalil, he lost to Yuri, and he lost to Alex. RDR is moving up. He stated in an interview or a TikTok video he's moving up to light heavyweight. I don't believe you give him some unranked light heavyweight. He is a known name. You give him someone that would make a fun fight. Jamal Hill is obviously high enough in the rankings that it would make sense to give RDR. Jamal Hill is on the back end of his career, clearly. He's coming off multiple losses, so is RDR. I think you make this fight. And I would favor RDR in this fight massively. I think RDR could get Jamal Hill to the ground, and I think he would just dominate Jamal Hill and probably finish him. Moving on. Rob Font versus Fareed Basharat. Rob Font is, number 10 in the rankings? He's terrible, bro. Rob Font has good boxing, but his wrestling defense is terrible, and he just can't get up, and he keeps doing an omoplata. Fareed has been needing a ranked spot for a while. Give him this fight, Fareed would just destroy Rob Font on the feet and on the ground. Michael Johnson versus Jim Miller. Have this be a dual retirement fight. Michael Johnson has been brutally knocked out way too many times. He's coming off of a loss to Drew Dober now. Jim Miller hasn't fought since UFC 300, I believe. No, he fought Chase Hooper. He is, 1 or 2 fights away from retiring, he said. Michael Johnson is probably 1 or 2 fights from retiring. I think you make this fight, and I think Jim Miller would probably win. Bruno Ferreira versus Jared Cannonier. Yes, I see people giving Bruno Ferreira people outside of the rankings. I don't think you guys understand. The UFC is about popularity, about knockouts, about entertaining fights now. This would be a great fight. Jared Cannonier, solid chin, solid recovery, will stand and bang, fun striker. Bruno Ferreira, fun striker, and if Bruno Ferreira wins, he goes down in the rankings, or he goes up in the rankings technically. He becomes like number 8 in the world, and you could have him still having good fun fights. You don't want Bruno Ferreira fighting cans anymore. You want him fighting known names. Yes, he got brutally knocked out by Gregory, but I think this would be a fun fight to make. Long Zhao versus Gaston Bolanos. I'm not going to talk too much about this match. Gaston was supposed to be on this card. His fight got canceled. Long deserves another fight in the UFC because he got kind of raped in that Cody Garbrandt fight. He got railed. He deserved that win. So just book them. Gaston was meant to fight some Korean dude. Just book this fight. Cody Brundage versus Ryan Gandry. I was going to cut Cody Brundage, but they clearly love Cody Brundage and don't want to cut him. So just give him another big dude that has a massive knockout threat. Ricky Toshios has no fighting ability. He wins the first round, then gets brutally knocked out or brutally subbed. Just cut him from the UFC. Cody Durden, Hung Park. Give him Park. Park's coming off of a loss to Bruno Silva, yet another crafty vet. Just book this fight. Cody Durden deserves a fucking fight. Just cut him from the UFC if he loses. Jesus Aguilar versus Ronaldo Rodriguez. Ronaldo's terrible. Again, I'm speeding through this because I do gotta go, but Ronaldo's terrible. He's coming off of a loss to Kevin Borjas. Cut Rafael Tobias. He's terrible. One of the worst fighters I've ever seen in their debut. Luke Fernandez, I had high hopes for, and I do still believe he could be something in the light heavyweight division. Give him Julius Walker, who is relatively known, but he's a terrible fighter, and I think Luke Fernandez finishes him on the feet. So, thank you guys for watching. Bye.